Greetings folks, really quick video for you today. I'm super busy so I don't have time for a full video, but I wanted to show off one of my favorite features of Foundry and something that I played around with this week in my sessions. So this week we played a session where the players went into the Void, which is where a breed of monsters called the Void Screamers live, and it was all spooky and fun. You can see this is a map here, these floating islands in the middle of this like infinite void, like outer space. There was weird gravity effects and stuff. But my favorite element from the whole evening was the ambient sound settings. If I go here on the left and click on the ambient sound settings, you can see I've got a bunch of different sound bubbles, and I put all of these down to represent some different sounds. I started really simply with just adding some kind of wind sounds up here to this large area, and if we go ahead and click on one of our characters here and drag them out, you'll start to hear that soft wind sound. It's only really subtle, but it helps convey the idea that they are out in that void, out in the wilderness. And if we move them over here, the sound vanishes. And I use these sounds to help me build tension during the session. Probably my favorite part of that is this sound here. There's a rope between two of these islands, and there was a moment of drama where when you're climbing the rope there's this pulling force, and to kind of heighten that tension I placed the sound effect of a heartbeat. So when the players were crossing over this rope, there was a heartbeat pounding. Now this was difficult terrain, cost half their movement to get there, so we had a player that was kind of trapped on that rope for an entire turn. They used their movement to get to the middle of it, and then everyone else took their turn. So they had this heartbeat pounding in their ears the entire time they were hanging on this rope, and they said it really helped heighten the tension of that particular scenario. And then the last thing I did was I recorded myself just singing this sing-songy medieval nursery rhyme, and then I took it into some audio software and tweaked the settings and the levels a little bit, and I had this magical kind of possessed doll, and I had it singing a song, and it creeped everyone out because they could hear the song and they could only hear it if they were nearby. So I had a player go over, hear the sound of the singing song, they interacted with the doll, and then they put the doll in the pocket, and I turned off the sound. So none of the other players knew what this sound was. They just had the description from the player that there's this creepy sound happening, and then when they went over there, it was gone because they'd put it into their pocket, and it really heightened the tension of the entire session. I thought it was a really cool feature. It's something I'm really interested in experimenting with more, and I thought I'd share it with you all. And don't forget, I'm currently running a Kickstarter for a set of class cheat sheets that are going to make learning and playing 5th edition more accessible, more fun, and a lot more easy. The campaign is already fully funded. We smashed our initial goal in just 5 hours, and we've already started unlocking multiple stretch goals. We're just about to hit the next one as of the time of recording, so I'll leave a link to that down in the description below for you to head over and check it out. But until next time, happy gaming.